G'day everyone, Buck up in a beautiful far north Queensland. Hey, today's clip going to give you a rundown on the 270 awning that's on the Drifter camper trailer. Now listen, if you don't have one of these awnings, I'm hoping that this clip will include some tips and tricks and give you some ideas if you've got any sort of 270 awning. There's a lot of different brands out there. This one has got the Supapeg Outbound 6 awning on it. It was on the camper trailer when I bought it off my mate Steve Fuller from Soar Adventures, guys. So, you know, we've had this camper trailer for a little while now. This is the awning that was on there. Roz and I owned an old Drifter camper trailer and it had the old Supapeg awning on, and it was a good awning, but it was a two-person setup and a two-person pull down. It was a bit cumbersome. This one's a freestanding. I'll show you how to do it freestanding, but I will show you what other things I do so that this awning can stand up to just about any sort of weather, okay? Wind is the biggest enemy of an awning. And as you know, Roz and I came from one of those hybrid caravans, Chinese hybrid caravans, and let me tell you, the wind out awnings on those things, on all of them, are absolutely shite. They are flimsy pieces of shit, and I can guarantee you that these Australian made 270 awnings can stand up to some heavy weather. Roz and I went through a massive storm once down in Mission Beach with our old camper trailer. We had it pegged down properly and I thought we're going to lose the awning. It hung in there and it surprised me just how much wind and rain it could take. It stood up to it, guys, and it was a bad storm, let me tell you. So anyway, the Supapeg Outbound 6, Australian made, Aussie canvas, all that sort of stuff, okay? There are Australian made awnings out there and there are overseas ones, okay? Price difference, obviously this one will be a lot dearer than some of your imported ones. Doesn't matter what you got on there as long as it does the job, eh? This is what we've got. I'm going to give you a rundown, and as I said, I've got a few tricks here on how I make this awning even better, and you'll see that later in the clip. First thing I'm going to do is when we pull up, is Roz and I will do a little bit of prep work before we go starting putting all that type of stuff up. First thing I normally do is put the rooftop tent up, because if I put the awning up first, I can't put they'll get the windows open in the rooftop tent. So the rooftop tent normally goes up before the awning, okay? But if we want to just stop and have lunch on the side of the road and it's a bit sunny, this is how easy it is to set this awning up freestanding. The first thing you need is a couple of straps, any type. The ones I like using are these Grunt. They're called G-R-U-N-T, Grunt ratchet straps, okay? And I rate them, guys, and you get them from Bunnings, you can get them from a few different camping stores. Really easy to use. First thing, Roz is on the camera today, thanks Roz. So Roz is going to come out, and first thing I do before I even undo the awning is put my two straps out, these Grunt ratchet straps. The first one goes out up the front here. You want to come over this way, Rozzy? I'll put him there and I'll lengthen that out. So I pre-position these ones. That one goes in there and the other one, guys, goes around. I'll grab my other Grunt strap here. Rafa's enjoying the sun. As I said, normally I do this out in the paddock, but I've been busy this morning doing a lot of other sort of stuff running around town, so I ran out of time. Doing it in the backyard, I can still get the message across in the backyard. Still waiting for one more item to turn up for this, and I'll show you that later. Righto, here we go, Roz, around this way. Let's put that one there. So you need a couple of tie down points for these, okay, so you can tie them down. I'll just position those there. Next thing we do, Rafa, you going to help, mate? Is undo it. On there. This one here's got a zip tie. The thing broke a bit. And we flip this one up over. We got 4 bits of Velcro. 1, 2, undo them, 3 and 4. Undo them, and that hangs down there, okay? Now, the first thing we do is, the way it's designed, is we go around the front first, okay? So we grab this. This used to be not a nightmare, but it was a two-person job on our old awning, and the poles were all separated. So we walk this one around. Roz, come around with me. Grab this one here, and we hook this in around here. Roz, there's a little tab. We just hook our grunt strap in there, everyone. Pull him tight. There we go. Now, a little bit of Velcro here for the back one, and then with the back one you just feed the canvas up and over, and we walk this around. How easy is this? Grab my grunt strap that I've pre-positioned, put him in the little loop there, little tie-off loop, and then let's tighten him around, eh? Tighten him up. And basically there we go. That's as simple as it is. That's the simple version of how to do this. This is down a little bit here, but I'm going to fix that soon. So just for an overnighter, side of the road, you just want a bit of shade so you can pull the kitchen out and all that type of stuff. Pull the kitchen out, make a sandwich on the side of the road. Come around here, Roz, we can see now we've got heaps of room, and I can still smell that micro bat. Last time I went camping, I opened this up and went, my God, what does that smell? A little micro bat got in here, and when I folded the awning up, I didn't know he was in there, and he died, and he started decaying, and I can still smell it a little bit. I've bloody hosed it and put suds and everything up there. I can still smell that a bit, so while this is out, yeah, I might just have to leave that out at the moment. I might even have to give that another hose. So that's it there. How easy was that to set up? It gets even better. I don't leave the awning like this. I know it's freestanding. Now listen, when you've got an awning, everyone thinks you've got to worry about the wind getting up and blowing it over. You do. But I'll tell you what else you've got to worry about is the wind hitting the top of the awning and pushing down from the top. And that's where those Chinese bloody caravan awnings are so weak. The legs on them are flimsy bloody things. And I know Rob Richmond, he got a big downdraft on his awning and his legs just folded and it wrecked the whole awning. Okay? You've got to not only worry about the wind under, you've got to worry about the wind on the top. So what I've done now, and this could apply to any sort of awning. If your awning, guys, your 270 awning has got holes up here that will support a pole, to give it some support, I highly recommend that you grab some poles. And without cutting the camera, I'll show you what I've done. Once again, the poles are the same brand as the awning, Supapeg, Australian made once again. Once again, being Aussie made, you're going to pay for it, but they are worth it. And when you see it fully set up, you're going to go, yep, worth the money. So, in my slide out bit here, I have a heap of poles. I'm going to pull them all out here. Give me a bit more room there. There. Another leg there, and another leg there. 6 legs, and we've got 1, 3, 5. Oh no, that's the old one. I'll get the new one here. 5 spreader poles, so I'll just grab them out for the awning. And there we go. So these poles here, this is where I save the awning from a big downdraft, guys, and you'll see how it protects it from going up. Supapeg adjustable awning, twist lock, okay, so you can adjust the height nice and easy. The good thing about these, they've got a foot that folds and you can peg the foot, which you're going to see me do soon. You'll see how important that is. It's got a bent spigot on the top, and I'll give you a demo. So we put our thing out there, We undo it, we put it in, and we twist him to lock him off. There we go. So it also keeps it up higher. So what we've got now is a lot more solid pole. I'm going to loosen off the two end straps, give Roz's arm a rest from the camera, and come back and show you how to put the other ones up. Right, I've just loosened those ones off, so I'll grab another upright there, loosen him off, and put him up high, and then we can adjust. Just adjust your poles. Righto. So that has now made that a lot more stable. We'll do one around the other side. The other end one. Once again, fold the foot of the Supapeg pole out. Twist and adjust. And this one here, feed him into the hole. And adjust him that way. Twist him. Run out of room here, Ross. Just adjust this fella. Bring him around. Make that nice and tight. And make that nice and taut. So now we can go around and put the rest of the poles in, okay? Just adjust them up a bit. One there. Probably thinking, now, a lot of poles, Buck, yeah, but it's quick and easy. Look how quick and easy it is. Put that in there and adjust. So there's no sag, and what it's doing, if you get a big downdraft of wind, these arms, the bracket over here, Roz, these things here, you'll be glad you got them in. It's taken a lot of pressure off these brackets up here, okay? Nice and easy. Another one here. Put him in and adjust him. Raise him up. That one, and one more. Where is he? There he is. One. Put him in and adjust. So what we've got now is our awning with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 uprights, so that now if I get a big downdraft, these poles are going to support the arms. It's a lot more stable now. It gets even better, but you're probably thinking now you need it to be angled down a bit. On our old one, we could adjust the poles, but because this is freestanding, you're probably thinking of water drainage. What these new ones have got here is you don't lower the poles for water drainage. What you do, Ross, over here, there's 5 different panels. Each of the panels has got a tab here, okay? And what you can do is put a stake out here. If you're expecting rain, everyone, put another little ratchet strap here, or a guy rope of some sort, and pull that down like that. And what that does is it creates a runoff for the water. So halfway between each pole, you'll have a low point, and the water will run off over there, so the water won't pool on your awning. So you don't lower them at the poles, you lower them in the middle by pulling down on that tab with a guy rope down to a stake, a tent peg or something. Have that a bit lower, your water will run off down this way away from your camper trailer. And each one of the panels has got one of those tie-off points so you can do it. So if you're expecting rain, you can quickly whiz around, put a couple of tent pegs in, a couple of guy ropes, cheap guy ropes down there just to create a water runoff. Now, the other day when I was out camping, out at Mount Surprise, very windy, and I was thinking, when the wind was hitting from there, I could actually see the poles bowing in a bit, and I thought, how am I going to stop those poles bowing in? But before I get to that, you're probably thinking, why are these things got feet that are peggable? Well, I'll show you. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I'm a big fan of screw-in pegs now. Love getting a rattle gun in my hand. So what we do now, and I'll give you a demo on this one here, these little screw-in pegs with the yellow tops, they are cheap as chips. You can get like a pack of 20 plus the attachment for your rattle gun or your drill from Bunnings for about $20, guys. They are Bunnings pegs. For big heavy duty stuff, pegging down other stuff, I've got the Ground Dog screw-in pegs. I've got a different clip on that, but for now, I'll give you a quick demo. So Ros, just over here. One there. Righto. And what I do then is I go around and peg the feet. You see how quick and easy it is. Just grab a handful of tent pegs, grab your rattle gun, I'll go around and I will screw down each thing. So what happens now, remember I said there's a bent spigot at the top. If the wind gets under the awning now, it can pull up, yes, that far, and then it hits the bent spigot, okay? But it can't pull the pole out of the ground because it's pegged down there. So yes, sometimes you can hear it doing that when you get a big gust of wind, but it won't go any further, okay? But what you can do is there is another tie down point. If you don't even want it to do that, you can put another guy rope out from there down to a tent peg so it won't even do that. But that cannot pull up over the bent spigot, okay? If you get a big downdraft of wind, that pole is going to take all the weight and support that arm and the bracket over there. No worries. Righto, so what I'll do now, Ross, is we'll turn the camera off. I'll go around, just peg out the other feet, and then I'm going to come back and show you how to use the spreader poles, the Supapeg spreader poles, which when you get a big downforce, it stops those poles coming in. You see how that works. Righto, so as I said the other day out at Mount Surprise, I had the upright poles. I didn't have these spreader poles at the time. And I was sitting under here and it was very, very windy. The wind was hitting the top and I could see, Ros, if you want to have a look out there, wind was hitting and I could see these poles bowing in a bit. That one would bow in from that end and that one would bow in from that end when I was getting a heavy downforce. So the poles were doing their job and were stopping it coming down any further. So I got on the Supapeg and I got these spreader poles, and what they've got is a crab claw on each end, and the crab claw fits perfectly over those things. These are the longer one. It's an SWA 010. There's also a SWA 009 and a 008. The 010 is a longer one, okay? The 009 did fit, but you've got to, these ones have got a bit more inside the thing. So the way they work now is I just clip that on there, over here, clip him on, pull it out and lock off. So now what I've got there is if the wind hits from the top, that spreader pole is stopping them. So that's, and it makes the awning a lot stiffer and a lot more solid. And it's like building a frame, and you see how quick and easy it is. I'll do another one over here, Ross. That's a bit of a sticky one, that one there. I've got to put a bit of goose piss on that. So what I'm going to do, this one looks a little bit low. Twist, raise, lock it off again. What I'll do with this one, clip him in. And make sure you get it. Clip him in, spread and twist, and there you go. So there's another one. Let's do another one. Let's go over this way. I'll clip this fella in on top of that one. Get in there. Not hold me tongue right. There. Twist. Pull and twist. And there we go. I'll do that around that one there. I've got two more, so I'll go around and put the other one on that one, and I'll put the other one over here. Well, I'll do the other one now. While Roz has got the camera on, twist him out. Me, clip him on. Clip him on. Push him out, twist to lock, bring that one down a bit, And there we go. So can anyone see what this is also providing? Besides giving this frame, it's creating a frame, making it a lot sturdier. Now got a hanging area. You want to hang your towels, t-shirts, got some coat hangers and that. You can use this as a clothesline as well, which is good. I'll put the last one on, Ross, so everyone can see.
I'm throwing those shorts away.
Yeah, if I did them up, they'd be right.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, the crab claw's a little bit tight when they're new. That one's all right. So pull it apart and twist. So if I get a big downdraft now, if you push those poles together, that's creating a lot more rigid thing. So it's created a frame. To take them down now, just twist it and pull them off. It's very easy to set up. You might think it's a lot of poles, but it's very easy. They just twist, clip them in, and they're done. So I've got the whole awning now, is basically got a frame supporting it. So yeah, stopping for a half-hour lunch break, I don't need to do that. But if I'm stopping for 2 or 3 days, that's an extra 5 minutes, honestly, to pull the poles out, peg them in. Very easy job. And now I know if I get a big gust of wind either from underneath or down on top, this awning's going to be able to take it. It's not going to blow down because the pole is supporting, and it's not going to blow up because that bent spigot is going to prevent that from going anywhere. It can't go anywhere. It'd have to be cyclonic winds to pull it out. I've only put the one peg in there. You put 2 in. Screw-in pegs have got a lot more holding power in hard ground than what a bang-in peg has. It's got the thread. Lots of holding power there. If I know I've got an even bigger storm coming, 1, pack it down, or 2, if I want to ride it through, I've got the option now to put more guy ropes down. Put my big ground dog pegs in, some of the big 300 kilo ratchet straps, and strap it down even tighter. I can go even better than this. But this here will take big gusts of wind, and let me tell you, they'll take a lot more wind than those bloody flimsy caravan awnings. Not the big caravans, the hybrid ones with the little wind out. They can't take much wind at all. Now listen, it gets better. You're probably thinking, but you've got some gaps there now. Well, we've got some gutters, and I'm going to show you those quickly. I've got a gap up here, and you probably think it's going to rain and come down on the kitchen, okay? But what I've got here is when I find it, where is he? Where have I put it? I've hidden it on myself. There's a bloody canvas gutter piece here somewhere, guys. There it is. Is that it? That's it there. Usually I have it sitting up at the end here, but anyway. So, I've got a gutter piece here to block in this, okay? So what I'll do here is, got to need the furry side towards me, so we slide him in. The sail track, 7.5mm sail track, slide it in, like that, and bring him back there. And what I do now is Velcro this up. Velcro around here. So what that's done now is created a rain gutter. So the rain will fall down into the canvas and drain down that side away from things. So my kitchen now is protected from the rain. Okay, now I've still got a gap up through here, and what I'm going to do is show you. I'll get up top with the camera, and I've got a rain gutter for over here so that no rain can get down through here. I'll turn the camera off and I'll show you that. So I have got a gutter that slides in the sail track here, okay, and what that does is directs the water into this plastic gutter, which will drain out down there. So I have got a gutter there. I reckon that needs to be a little bit longer. I might have to see crazy to get a longer one so it hangs down a bit lower into that plastic gutter. So that could probably be improved. But so I've got a rain gutter there, and I've got a rain gutter up the other side. And that's a good view of the awning from the top. And as I said, if I think it's going to rain, I peg him down in the middle, guy rope in the middle to create a drain off point there, okay? So I've got a drain off point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a drain off point on each panel, 5 panels on this awning. There you go, there's a good view of it from the top. The Crazy Dog rooftop tent, which would be up like that normally, okay? Once again, draining into that rain gutter there, which drains. I can put a hose on the front and drain the water away. Righto, so I'll give you a bit of a look at how I intend to camp when I'm there for a few days. Now listen, this Supapeg awning, there are optional walls that go with it, and I have every wall to fully enclose this awning that Steve gave me with the camper trailer. I'm not a fan of them, guys. One, the wind gets onto them, they're bloody, and up here in North Queensland they trap the heat in. You want airflow, because let me tell you, even it's winter time now, I'm sweating from setting this up. I've got a bit of a sweat up. It's still warm during the day up here. You don't want to be trapping the heat in under your awning. Might be great down in bloody Mexico and that, Victoria and Tassie and all those where you want to block the thing in. Up here, not so much. So you know I'm a big advocate for Shady gear walls. You'll see them soon. So I do have the option to fully enclose this awning with Velcro on enclosed walls, and they come with a zip-in window and all that type of stuff. And to tell you the truth, I still haven't sat down and worked out. Each one goes on a certain panel, so you've got to number them right to get the right wall, if you know what I mean, for where the window and everything goes. I prefer to use the Shady gear stuff. So as you can see, when the Crazy Dog rooftop tent's out, we've got the option. Roz wants to sleep in the Oztent, and it's a great tent, like sleeping on a stretcher. So I think this is a great spot for the Oztent. The big thing for the ladies is privacy, and you'll see that in a minute when I put the Shady gear walls up and how quick and easy it is. Okay, so typically our Oztent will be there. It's in under the awning, so if it rains, we can put a guy rope down here, tie it down back over the back of the thing.
But you can pull it in a bit closer.
Yeah, it can come in even closer if you want, but that fits beautifully between those two poles, the Oztent. And Roz comes out in the morning, and she's straight under the 270, which is absolutely fantastic. Typically if we don't have a toilet, whatever, we've got a double pop-up ensuite with a chemical toilet, which will be just sitting off to the side here. So Roz has got easy access to the toilet or whatever as well, which is another good thing, especially if you're camping remote and there are no toilets about. We've now got the chemical toilet, which I've done a clip on. Still yet to lay one in there, guys. It'll happen one day. Rightio, so you're probably thinking, still not a lot of privacy. This is where this comes in. These things are the best thing since sliced bread. I tell you, there's the 3 metre. This is the 5 metre here. I've written 5 metre on. I've got a 5 metre, a 4.8 metre. I've got a 3 metre which you can use, and the good thing about the Shady gear walls, you can use them on anything, guys. Gazebos, round here at home, keep that western sun off the garden. I've got an old Shady gear here. That's been up there for years. Got a few campfire burns in it, but she's still keeping the front of our garden there from the western sun in the afternoon. So the good thing about the Shady gear walls, as opposed to canvas walls or the nylon walls that this came with, 1, you can see out, you can't see in. 2, they provide privacy. 3, they provide fairly good protection from the rain if you keep them vertical. And what else is and keeps that bloody sun from coming in. So wherever you've got the eastern sun in the morning or the western sun in the afternoon, you can pop one of these up. Keeps your campsite so much cooler. So let's go around, Roz, and put one of these up. Might just put my tailgate back in for a sec. So let's set the Shady gear wall up. So I need the furry side. So we get our furry side. This is the 5 metre one. And in conjunction with the 4.8, it leaves us a little walkway. You'll see soon. Righto, let's go. And I find it easier to do it from the other side just quietly. Come from this side and put it on. Make sure it's right up under. Velcroing on. Around there. Take him around the outside of the pole so it's got even more support. These little things here are a pain in the bum, but I don't want to cut them off in case I need to loop it around something. So Velcro's on. Velcro. Velcro. And Velcro there. So you can go around, pat it on, and then what we can do here is around this pole is put your Velcro around the pole there. Another one down here. And basically what I would do is Velcro that end on down the other side as well. And get a couple more pegs, everyone. And I can probably just loop that on there for now. And just put a couple of pegs in the Shady gear. So these things can say vertical, or you can bring them out on an angle. If you've got water coming in, you want to keep them vertical. It's a lot better. The good thing about these things now, they still allow some airflow underneath. Right, let's put the 4.8 metre up. I'm not going to peg them out, guys, you get the idea. So, the 4.8 metre furry side. I'm going to start down at the Oztent end. Velcro him up. Go there. How easy is this, just to Velcro everything on? Go around the peg, around the pole, in under there. Rafa's trying to help, is he? A little bit rough. What I might do, Ross, is grab another yellow peg. And did you see what I did with my drill? Of course not. Hang on. There it is. Oh, bloody hell. I just want to show you another thing there. Another great item is these things here. Love these things. They're called a shock lock, which also available from Shady gear. Basically, they're great for hanging things up. But if I want to hang something over that pole, you lock that off, and they're just so quick and easy. So what I would do here is go through here, under here, tighten him up a bit, and just lock it off. If the wind gets under that now, it's got a bit of give there. Typically I would peg out this whole wall, but you get the idea. It is a little bit windy this afternoon. Go around with a couple of pegs, just peg the bottom out so it doesn't flap around. But you can see here now how much privacy we've got under here. The kitchen comes out here, obviously. Actually, I'll give you a quick look. We'll pull the kitchen out. There we go. And I have a return table that clips on here. Some adjustable links, so I've got another bench that comes out there, everyone. How good is that? 60 litre fridge there. All my drawers and that over here, Roz. All the cutlery, all that type of stuff. All my things. Baby Mrbuckaroonie there, which goes over there, but that's not what this clip's about. So you can see here now how much privacy and how much shade we've got under here. Yeah, I'd go around and peg the bottoms out. But look at that. Now, if the rain's coming in, these do a pretty good job of breaking the rain up. They go, are the Shady gear walls waterproof? No, you can see through them. Of course they're not. But if you have them vertical, the rain will hit and roll down, and minimal amount of rain will splash through. I do have one of those full enclosed walls. If it's real bad rain, I can take that down and put up a fully enclosed wall. But the Shady gear will do the job. It'll keep the rain off us. Gives us some privacy. You can see out if anyone's coming. Go on the other side, I'll give you a demo soon. You can't see in under here, so it gives great privacy. So Roz in the morning, Rosie, if you want to move over that way, I'll move down here. Roz comes out in the morning, probably thinking, gap there. I was hoping it'd turn up today. I've ordered a 1.5 metre Shady gear wall, and that will Velcro up from here back to there. So this is going to be enclosed as well. That still allows me a gap for the walk up of the rooftop tent. So I'll walk up there and I can go in the rooftop tent that way, or I can go up the ladder on the other side. So this from here, Roz, back will also be a Shady gear wall for privacy.
So is that our door?
That's our door over here. So you can see here what I do. These Velcro straps would be, they'll go around that pole to steady that. Couple of pegs down the bottom, just an extra couple of minutes. And we've still got a walkway. You've got to be able to get out if you don't want to enclose yourself in. So there'll be a wall there. We've got a door now. Rafa said we can get in and out, everyone. So basically, we've got a doorway. So people can come in. So, Buck, got any beers on? I'll go, depends on how much money you got. There you go. That's a rough setup. When I set up permanently, it'll be pegged out properly. It'll be a lot better than that. There'll be a stretcher in there for Roz. The Oztent will be pegged out properly, all that type of stuff. This is just a bit of a demo, but it gives you a good idea now. I don't think we will ever be able to, I can probably get a thing there. I don't think you'll ever be able to make this fully waterproof. I don't think there's an awning out there that won't let a few drips of water through on the corner here. I know our old one wasn't either. So you can still see daylight, water can get in. It's just the way it is. But it's not going to get in on the kitchen and the fridge. That's the main thing. That's fully waterproof over there. If a little bit gets through here and doesn't go into the gutter, we just got to deal with that when it rains. 160 litres, 80 litre, 280 litre water tanks, all that type of stuff. I'm not going to go through the camper trailer. This is about the awning, and I can still smell that micro bat. I might have to give that another hose, Roz. And the good thing is when we pack up, the Shady gear, to get them down, everyone, this is how easy it is. Actually, before we do that, Roz, I'll take the camera, take it outside and show people. So you can see here, everyone, you can see out, see the trees and that, maybe, on the camera. On this side, look at that. Can't see in. So you've got good privacy during the day. There's Roz, everyone. Those legs need to adjust us down a bit, but yeah, so there's a bit of an idea of what she looks like. Okay, to take the Shady gear walls down, then obviously, let's put it over there for now. A lot easier, two people, fold him up bottom to top, and then fold it really quick and easy. Super light, absolutely super light. Let's pull this one down. We'll fold that one up. What I'll do now is I'll fold the Oztent up, get rid of that back in the shed, and then I'll show you how quick and easy the Supapeg is to pull down, even with all the poles up. But I'll tell you what, it's a pretty good setup. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with it. I've just got to probably work a little bit on that gutter there, maybe get a longer gutter, because I reckon the rain could still come in there. As I said, I've only done a couple of camps in this camper trailer. So as Steve said, you'll find things, Buck, that you can improve on, and I'm slowly doing that. The more you go camping, especially in the rain, when you camp in the rain, which is quite often up here, that shows you your weaknesses, doesn't it, when you're camping in the rain. Righto, I'll put the Oztent down and then we'll show you how to pack this away. I'll show you a few little tricks taking these pegs out. I've seen a few people do it and they don't hold onto it, and this thing twists around, guys. So if you don't know this, you've learnt something from this clip. When you're taking it out, lefty loosey, put your finger underneath and pull up. When it's on, like that. If I just do it without doing that, just pull up. I'll show you over here, Ross. If I don't hold onto it, it spins around. You can see there it's spinning, and you can bloody do some damage, and then it winds its way down the thing. So keep your finger on. I'll give you another demo over here, eh? I told you I love using rattle guns, eh? So finger under and pull up as you drill out. Pull up. The ground's got pretty solid. That's what you want, nice hard ground. The better grip you get with the pegs. That one come out a bit easier. Put your pegs away and your rattle gun. Righto, 5 spreader poles, let's go. Twist. Here it goes. Oh, they're stiff when they're new. They grip on. Righto, twist. That's better. Come on, Buck. Incorrect demonstration. Watch now for the correct demonstration. Righto. Twisting. Unlocking.
Not to scare.
Sorry, Rafa, I didn't mean to scare you, mate. Sorry, buddy. Twisting in. If you try and go too fast, that's when you make mistakes, eh? Better if just going nice and steady, like this. Twist it. Pull him in. There he goes. They grip on when they're new. They've got some grip. Now, our uprights. Twist, bring him up, and bring him out. Fold your feet down. Twist, bring the top up. Fold your feet down, your foot. You can see when I take these out, it sags down a little bit. It's good to use, especially on the ends here, because the rope actually pulls it down. So you want to get your uprights on the end bits, especially. If you're going to put uprights, put them on the end bits. 2 more. Fold your foot up so it packs away easier. There we go. That's 5 spreader bars and 6 uprights, what, in a minute. You know, like really, really quick and easy, everyone. So, it's time to pack it away now, but before I do that, pull my gutter down, my rain gutter. Slide him out. Slid out a bit quicker than I thought it would. Righto, let's get this rain gutter up the top here. I've got a little bit of work to do on this rain gutter. It needs to be long. See how it's there, and the rain, if it's not in, I'm going to get a crazy dog to make it longer, I think, because I'm not happy with that. Righto, up the top. Straight into a sail track on that came on the awning, guys. It's a sail track on the awning, so it just slides in there. All that is a vinyl, some vinyl with a 7.5 mil sail thing there.
Called beading.
Bead, 7.5mm bead. The sail track's what the bead slides into. Thank you, Roz. That needs to be another inch longer, I think. I might get on to Jace at Crazy Dog and say, Crazy, obviously a company makes these. Awning rain guard needs to be an inch longer. I just know a bloke who'll be able to help me out, I reckon. Now I'll make Crazy. Righto. So, as we know, when I set the awning up, I put the front out first and then the back. So we go the opposite way this time. So what I come over and do is, and try not to slip on all the poles that I've left in my way. Loosen off the your strap and then walk him around. Nice and slow. Make sure the middle's right forward. Stop being a scaredy cat. Come around here, Roz, and just see how it folds up naturally as I'm walking it around. So as you walk it around, it bows in the middle like that. That's how you want it. That one, this one here. Now when we get to here, guys, we have to feed this. This is the start of the front now. We just throw the front over there, so this can come under okay. Now a couple of bits of Velcro on the top here. What we want to do is basically just hold the back there so that doesn't keep coming around. So that's the back done. Time for the front. Loosen the grunt strap off. Take him out. And we just walk the front in now. What we need to do is make sure our vinyl piece is over the top. Make sure that's down there. Now, before we go any further, we got to find our 4 Velcro straps. Make sure you find them because we need them. They'll be hiding in there. Just slide your hand along and grab your 4 Velcro straps. Where's this one? There he is. They like hiding. There you go. Now what we can do is start folding it up, everyone. Grab him there. Try and roll it, make sure there's none under there. This one can just fold up. Now this is the thickest end up this end here, so we're going to try and roll him nice and tight. Roll him as tight as we can. The tighter you can get it, the better. If you've got 2 people, obviously Roz won't be on the camera. Roz can roll the thin end and I can come up on the other end here. So I've rolled that as good as I can. We then grab our Velcro. There's a loop there. Through the loop and Velcro him up. Through the loop, Velcro him up. Through the loop, hold it, Velcro him up. The tighter you can get it, the better. This one here hardly holds any canvas. Put him up there. Right, our awning, get our vinyl. Now I've got a cord there, that's for my lighting. The awning's actually, I think Steve put it in, I don't think it comes with it. Got some LED lights, so I'll just tuck that, make sure that's up out of the way, that's fine. And now, if I've got to be honest, I reckon the zip could be better on this. I've put silicone spray on it, it's still a bit grippy. It's not too bad. I still reckon it could be a better quality zip. That's got a, so just, if the canvas is hanging down, just punch it up. And that's it, everyone. It's not too bad, is it, considering how much stuff I had up. The Shady gear walls were easy to put up and pull down. The poles, they're twist lock. They're easy to put up and pull down. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time by the time you drill them in and that. And if you're just staying for a couple of hours, just do the freestanding. That's fine. If you're expecting if you look at the weather forecast and you're expecting super low winds, you can get away with all the poles and all that. Sure you can. But I've been camping and in the middle of the night you hear the wind come up unexpectedly. bit of a storm hits or whatever, you're going to be glad you've taken the extra time during the day to put your uprights in, your cross members, because those cross members stop when the wind hits. It stops the poles bowing in at the top, so it gives that whole 270 awning a really rigid structure. Okay, and as you can see, you've got the capability then to put some things in the middle so the rain can run off if you're expecting rain. That is it, guys. The Supapeg Outbound 6 270 degree awning, Australian made, comes with all the Supapeg poles and that, which I'll show you where I put them again. If you've got, now there's Camp Boss, there's Drifter, there's I knew I'd forget them, the South African mob. There's a heap of different awnings out there, heaps of them. I think most of them have probably got a hole in the end so that you can use the uprights, these things. I honestly, the good thing about the Supapegs, guys, besides being Aussie made, I don't know of any other ones that have got the folding foot so you can put a screw peg in there or bang a normal tent peg in. That stops the wind getting under and that stops the awning lifting up. So these things can stop the awning lifting up, and because it's got the bent spigot, it can't lift up, it can't get over that bent spigot. And it also, when it's pegged down, you get a big downdraft, it gives that awning a lot of stability and it takes a lot of pressure off the knuckles. There, you put too much pressure on there, you'll break them. They will break in strong wind. Don't you worry about that. So, to get these, throw them in. Got 6 of these, Rozzy. 1, 2, here we go. Oh man. So I'll just slide them in up here. It's actually got a proper spot for all the poles, which is fantastic. You slide them in. If you've got kids and that, this can be the kids' job. This can be the kids' job to bloody pick the poles up once you've taken them down and just put them back in here. Or, Rafa, I've got to teach you how to do this. Well, Roz and I have a routine. We had a routine with the old camper trailer, we had a routine with the caravan, and we'll have a routine with this too. I know my job, Roz knows hers, and when you do both working together, it just makes the whole setup a lot easier, doesn't it? And that's part of camping. I know camping can cause a few arguments. Can't it, Roz? It can cause a few arguments, but honestly, use it as a family thing. If you've got kids, young kids, give them a little job, as simple as it is. Maybe your young boy can get like young William, my grandson, if he come here, Will's job's to get the tent pegs out, lay out 12 tent pegs and get the rattle gun ready. Everyone has a little job. Turn it into a fun thing when you're camping. Anyway, I'm getting off track now. The pegs, all that type of stuff. So I'll go in now, put the Oztent away. Roz and I will fold up the Shady gear walls. It's a lot easier with 2 people. Super light. Pack them away in the bag. I was hoping my little 1.5 metre wall would turn up today. Jan sent it this week. I got on the Shady gear site and I purchased that 5 metre wall and a 1.5 as well. I already had the 4.8 and I've got another 3 metre. So if I want to block in, if I don't put the Oztent up there, I've still got another Shady gear wall which can block in where the Oztent goes. Let me know what you reckon of our camp setup, guys. We're going to go away soon, aren't we, Roz? Down to hopefully Bivouac Junction, somewhere like that. Do some free camping, get the campfire going. Great weather at the moment. Warm days, not hot, warm days and cool nights. That's how you want your camping. Anyway, let me know. Throw a comment in. Throw a comment in. The next clip coming up after this one, and I'm doing it tomorrow night for dinner, out in the backyard, a Buck's backyard cook-up, and it's for Andy Rich's over in the UK, everyone. Buck's porcupine meatballs, or it's going to be Andy Rich's porcupine meatballs, and for dessert, I'm doing bread and butter pudding. Cook up out in the backyard. How good will that be? That'll be the clip after this one, everyone. When you see this, you know the next one's going to be a cook-up. Be good, take care. Bloody look after each other, eh? Stay positive and get out camping. It's camping weather, guys. If you're going to Goombara in August, we'll see you down there for the Legends Camp. Goodbye, take care.